Hopefully we can laugh about it in the future, but we're just not at that point yet. Hello guys, good morning. It is the beginning of April when I'm filming this, and I'm ready to get on my spring cleaning tasks because the garden is somewhat settled for now, other than daily maintenance. And my list is quite long. And in the past, I would just kind of block off like a day or two and just get it all done at once. But with a toddler, that's not really feasible anymore. So my goal is a task a day. Some are really small, some are bigger. I already did all of William's toys and got all those organized. I'll link that video up above if you're interested. But today, before he wakes up, hopefully, I am just going to quickly clean my KitchenAid mixer. So this is something that I do wipe down after every use, but flour, icing, you know, all those little goodies get stuck in the crevices. So I went ahead and took off the plate at the bottom and the little part where you can attach attachments to, and just gave it a really good scrub with a cleaning toothbrush. I know some people take apart the entire thing, even like take it completely apart. I wasn't gonna get into all that business. Mine wasn't too bad. Actually, I was shocked. It wasn't that bad at all. But now I know it is squeaky clean and ready for some more baking this summer. And then I decided to grab my purse and the diaper bag and give those a good clean. Boy, do they need it. And boy, do I need a new purse. Hence why I'm just wiping it down with any old cleaner, because this thing was $10 at Target 2 years ago. I need a new one, guys. It is falling apart. But I just went through everything, got rid of some old gift cards, old receipts, and then just put back in my cards, money, hair tie pen, and a couple little wipes for William, and called it a day. Everything else went elsewhere. As far as the diaper bag, I did the same thing, unloaded the whole thing, and I ended up machine washing the diaper bag. Even though the tag says not to, I'm like, you know what? I'm giving it a shot, and it came out beautifully. I also threw in our little changing mat into the washer, and I love our changing mat. It houses diapers and wipes. It is a little bulky, but I like that he's not laying directly on the changing table, and I don't have to bring the entire diaper bag with me into the bathroom, just that little changing mat pouch essentially. All right, this wasn't as bad as I thought it was. This will obviously go back into the diaper bag once it's washed with our diapers and wipes. And then I like to keep both types of wipes in the front pocket of the diaper bag, a couple extra spoons if we need it, a swim diaper, and what's wrong? William's awake if you can hear him. A swim diaper and a change of clothes or two. I always have this card. And then some diaper bags, you know, if we have to change on the go. All of these items will go back in. This is like my base diaper bag, and then I obviously pack it for each outing. Things that I'm taking out, used Target gift card, shocker, little notepad that I had in there, I guess. These must have been in there since he was young, like, I don't know, but a while. And then this was all the trash I found, mostly crumbs and cough drops and a random candy cane. So clearly we have not cleaned this since at least Christmas. So the next day, once everything was machine washed and then I put it out into the sun to dry, came out squeaky clean, and I just repacked everything, and man, it felt good to have a clean diaper bag. I need to put this on my cleaning rotation every month or two, I would say, at least just throwing it in the washer, you know, because kids be eating crazy snacks, getting them sticky everywhere. Then I headed to the sink where I scrubbed it down with some Barkeeper's Friend, my favorite for anything stainless steel. And I was mainly getting this ready for my next task, which was collecting all of the bath toys and putting them in the sink for a good old wash. Yes, they're constantly in soapy water in the bathtub, but they are always sitting there. They are always damp, or a lot of the time damp. And I just wanted to make sure everything was nice and disinfected. I just filled the sink with warm water and some vinegar, and I let them sit for probably a good 20 minutes. As you can see here, all of our squeezy, squirty toys do come apart so I can get them super clean. Beware, a big PSA, if you haven't heard, is that the little squirty toys can grow mold inside of them because they are so hard to clean and are constantly wet. I also gave a good scrub down to all of our bath books. And then because I'm crazy, I didn't stop there. I drained the sink of the vinegar water, and then I added in some soap. So I let them soak in some soapy water for a few minutes, gave them a good old rinse, and let them dry out in the sun. Now we have clean bath toys. The next day, I actually enlisted the help of little William. We pulled around his wagon, his blue car, and the trash can from the kitchen, and we gave him a good old wash. William had a great time having a car wash. So it was a good chore for him to help with. And we use this blue car or the wagon every single day. So over time, leaves or pollen just build up, especially in the spring. So I wanted to give it a good wipe down, and man, oh man, did our trash can need the wipe down more than anything. It had been just a while, and over time it just gets icky. So gave our trash can and the trash can insert a good old wipe and rinse, and man, I'm happy that it's marked off the list. I also went ahead and rinsed off his play area. It doesn't really need it, but I like to do this every couple days or at least once a week, just so, you know, no cobwebs, no spider webs, and dirt, pollen, or whatever doesn't get built up. We had a busy next couple days, but we did spend 5 to 10 minutes doing little chores like this one every day after Will got home from work. And he is currently just blowing out our gutters of all of the leaves. He's using a pressure washer just because it's easier at this part of our roof, but for half of it he uses the leaf blower, and for half of it he uses the pressure washer. Keeping those gutters clean is super key in the Florida summers during the storms, and William had a fun time watching. And then the next day we went ahead and pulled out our dryer and our washer to blow out our dryer vent. We took off the little tube that attaches the vent to the washer, blew that out with the leaf blower, and then Will essentially stuck the leaf blower up through the vent in the roof and blew out all the lint. You can see it here on the roof. It wasn't too bad, but if you let that build up over time, it could become a fire hazard in the future. And then I, got all of our great linty socks that we thought the sock monster got. So I just got everything out from behind it, and honestly, there wasn't too much, just a couple little things, so that was good. And then I swept and dusted behind there before pushing everything back into place. Hey guys, good morning. It is the next day, and I be looking crazy. All right, a little better at least. But yesterday when we were in here and we had everything pulled out and we were getting all that done, I was like, I need to go through these bins. It's been a while. This is like excess like blankets and linens that I know I want to keep those. They're like things we rarely use, but I do want to keep. And then all this, it's just stuff we don't use that often. Okay, so steamer, iron, that type of stuff. This I think is light bulbs. Yeah, light bulbs, couple little, just household items. So it's organized. I just wanted to double check it. But something I did the other day that I did not show you guys was our linen closet. I wish I had gotten it before because it was honestly really bad. And we got rid of like a whole trash bag worth of linens, and the closet looks so much better now. I'll show you guys in just a second. But I'm glad we got this blown out, the little vent thing. When we first moved in here, like I had never been a homeowner. I didn't know how to do things like that. Not that I didn't know, I just had never thought about it. So I'm glad my husband Will reminds me of things like this, because I can keep things clean and organized, but stuff like that just doesn't enter my mind often. But I'm pleasantly surprised, there we go, that all this is really organized. I do want to redo this space. It needs some help. I have a good vision for it. I just need a little bit of a budget and some time in the near future to tackle it. So hopefully I can tackle that later this year, but let me show you this linen closet. So it's always kind of hard to film here. That's one reason I didn't film the whole process. And Will and I were just doing laundry the other day and we're like, let's do it. Let's just empty this closet and get it done, and pulling out the camera would, you know, throw off our groove. So, I just really hope we can keep it like this, because before I could not find a dang thing. Up top are the bulkier items because it actually like goes up to the roof. So it's really nice if I want to use that vertical space. Extra sheets and pillowcases, all of our towels. Eventually I want to get like a whole matching set, you know, so just aesthetically nice. But right now it works. We have 2 of each. Down here we have like our hand towels. I just rolled them up. Back there are washcloths. We use loofahs and we switch them out. So like those are mainly for guests and different things. We don't go through a ton of those. This spot is for all of our beach towels, which are mismatched. Gonna buy a set soon, or wait till Christmas, we'll see. Down here is like these towels that Will wants to keep, like his sweat towels for the gym or golf. And then some are like work towels if he's like out in the garden or something and he wants to just, you know, use a dirty old towel. That's that. Over here, oh my gosh, guys, I could have probably purged more of these, but I didn't want to. They are all my kitchen towels. I just love them. And I have like a stack, you know, about this big in a kitchen drawer. So these are just all my extras. But like for different holidays and stuff, I like to keep those. And back there are a set of dinner napkins and placemats. So yeah, that I could have decluttered more, but in time, baby steps. And then down here, we just have our paper towels and whatnot, and then our cat food. I was just so happy to mark this off the list this weekend because it's one of those things you see every day and it bugs you, you just never get to it. Another thing that I'm kind of doing on and off this whole week, which I'm not going to be filming, is if I have 10 minutes even of free time, I'm just going to hop on my phone and go through, delete photos, or go through my notes section. Oh my gosh, the amount of to-do lists I have on my notes section that are just outdated, it's ridiculous. I just need to delete a ton of them, but there's important stuff mixed in, so I need to take the time to comb through. Same with my email. I'm going through each of my email accounts. I have my personal, and then my YouTube channel, my little bookworms, and my business. So like I have a lot of different things going on, and I want to go through and make sure I can just like unsubscribe to all the newsletters I don't care about anymore. Just, you know, just get rid of everything, make it super nice. So yeah, that's something I will be doing in the next couple days. But other than that, I'll see you in the next task. This is going slower than I anticipated, but that's fine. Life happens, things pop up, and I had to like skip a week and skip a day here and there, and that is totally fine. But my list is getting smaller each and every day, and that is what matters. Hopefully you guys are getting some motivation and you are either folding laundry, or you are doing dishes, or you are going through your linen closet, because it will make you feel better and you can do it along with me. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Next up, I headed out to the car and I opened up all the doors for a little cross breeze action because it was a hot one for sure. But I just picked up all the things that just don't belong in the car, mainly William's toys, and a lot more change than I had expected. And then I headed to the trunk to tidy it up and just put this little box back together, which is extra diapers, hat, sock, extra change of clothes. I normally have it in the diaper bag, but it's my extra just in case box. Then I gave everything a little dust and wipe down and made sure to go to all the places that little sticky fingers go when we are waiting for an appointment or in between errands, just hanging out in the car having a snack. And one of the main spots was the passenger side window, so I had to give that a really good clean. And then when Dad got home, we headed over to the car wash to get it all vacuumed out. So Dad helped, and William also had some fun trying to set up some crumbs. A couple days later, I decided to tackle the windows. I do wash the windows in the main areas, you know, the high traffic areas, but things like our bedrooms and just those windows, I never open the blinds. They needed some love. So I went ahead and just scrubbed every single window, every single sill, and it feels so good just knowing that all of that is dust free. And then because I was already on a roll, I decided to wipe down our kitchen cabinets, and I always forget how much of a difference this makes. Hey guys, today's goal is during nap time, which I just got them down a couple minutes ago, is to clean out the fridge and the pantry. So I definitely decided to do this today because both are fairly empty, like pretty empty, because I'm actually going grocery shopping when he wakes up. So I haven't cleaned out our fridge in quite some time. So it doesn't really need to be reorganized per se, but oh my gosh, guys, I'm embarrassed. Look at this. It needs to be cleaned out. Yeah, it needs to be cleaned out. You guys can tell by that drawer. It's just like there's just crumbs and things, you know, just things. And that is just because I haven't had time to really give it any love. Oh, look, there's literally a puzzle piece back here. I've been looking for this puzzle piece. So in the past, I've usually taken everything out of the fridge, wiped it all down, and put everything back in. But because I'm not really reorganizing and I don't know when William will wake up, I'm kind of doing it section by section this time, and I actually really liked that. It was a little less overwhelming, and I didn't have all of my food sitting out getting warm all at the same time. It's kind of in sections, so they're out for shorter periods. But as I went, I made sure to take each and every drawer, every shelf, and everything to the sink, give it a good scrub down so there were no crumbs, no sticky residue from condiments, nothing left over. And I'm kind of thinking about making this a part of my weekly chores. Maybe on Sunday before I go grocery shopping, just do one section. So just do the top shelf, and then the second shelf, work my way down, and then once I'm completed with the whole fridge, kind of start over the next week at the top. That way I'm kind of rotating it clean, and it just is, you know, maybe 20 minutes of my time, not an hour and a half like this took. But I don't know, is that a good idea? How do you guys do it? Or do you just like wait for it to get crazy dirty? Or do you do it more often? I don't know, I'm curious. But boy, oh boy, do you see a difference in this. Look, no crumbs in that little corner anymore. I need to keep it looking this great. It is glorious. I think I am going to try that and do a little bit each and every week. So next up, I just took the next day during nap time and cleaned some appliances. I started with the microwave that needed a little bit of love. I just poured some vinegar and half a lemon into a little glass, put that into the microwave for a couple minutes, and then let it sit afterward and just kind of let it steam all of the crusties off. And while that was going, I moved on to the coffee pot. So I just cleaned all of the parts, and then I poured vinegar straight into the coffee pot and ran a cycle with the vinegar just to disinfect and clean everything out. And when that was going, I went back to the microwave, wiped it all down, and then cleaned out the inside, which was super duper easy after it all got steamed up in there with the vinegar and lemon. And then I went ahead and washed the plate. And now it looks all squeaky clean and new. When I dumped out the water from the coffee pot, it was like tinged brown. So I knew I was definitely cleaning out some coffee stuck in that coffee maker. So that is good. And then I just went ahead and ran 2 more cycles of just water to flush the rest of that vinegar out. All right, guys, get ready for a story here. I didn't get too many clips just because painting with a toddler is stressful, let me tell you. But we went through our house and did an extra coat on this blue wall because it needed it. It's always needed it, to be completely honest. And then the rest of the house was good, but just had little scuff marks here and there that we wanted to touch up. And then I also did another coat of white paint on the lower half of our fireplace. We did this last year and it just looks so much nicer and cleaner. We keep it clean. It's just as we have fires over the winter, soot and ashes and different things just make the white not as bright. So I went ahead and gave it a new coat, and it looks brand new, so much better. Hey guys, I'm looking crazy. We've been painting for a couple hours. But you won't believe this. You won't believe this. So yesterday we went to Lowe's to get the paint, right? We brought our paint swatches that have been filed in our filing cabinet for years. And Will and I both decided it was this color. We both took it to this wall yesterday. Which gray do you think it is? We decided it was Bay Waves, not polished silver. Now that we have painted, all of this, we're realizing this is seriously so frustrating. Like, what in the actual beep? And when we were painting, I even mentioned, doesn't that look wrong? And Will's like, no, it's just wet. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's just wet. So, tomorrow's Easter, so we're hosting, and we literally have this because we don't have time to go get paint and fix it. And like, we touched up other parts. If it was just this hallway, then I would say let's just paint the whole hallway this Bay Waves. No one would ever notice because it's like a separate part of the house, but we literally just started touching up the rest of the house. Just little patches here and there. So annoying. And so annoying because it's gonna screw with our budget because we have to go buy a $45 freaking gallon of paint. All right, guys, it has been a couple days. I just wanted to touch base and talk about the whole paint situation and show you what has been going on with all of that. You could tell in the last clip we were pretty frustrated, and it's one of those mistakes that hopefully we can laugh about in the future, but we're just not at that point yet. When I filmed that clip and we were done painting everything that day, it was getting, close to dinner time, just later in the day. And originally we were just gonna like pack everything up and do it a different day. But I'm like, no, I don't wanna wash my brushes. I don't wanna put my house back in order just to undo it again. So I went to Lowe's and got the correct color. Well, correct color. So it is the right color on the swatch now for a fact. However, different batches of paint can be slightly different. Well, it's just slightly off, but enough off that you can tell. Meaning, we're gonna have to pretty much paint like our whole house. Not our whole house, but everywhere that's gray, which is like at least half the house, we're gonna have to pretty much repaint. I was gonna have that included in this vlog, but I want to get this edited and out for you guys but it feels like I've been filming this video forever. I didn't get everything on my list done, but I got the majority of it done. The main big thing I still wanna do is rent a carpet cleaner and clean the carpet in our bedrooms and then the rugs. We don't have a ton of carpet, but I just feel like it's time and it would be nice to get everything squeaky clean. But that will take place after we finish painting. So wish us luck on that. Hey, at least everything will be nice and fresh looking for the most part. We're probably going to do all the gray in the whole house minus the kitchen, because the kitchen sometime soon we want to take all the cabinets down and just give another coat of paint to all the cabinet doors. Just over the past 5 years, little chips and little things started to happen. So we'll probably just paint that gray wall, when we do that. Even though we are talking about it, and if a wall doesn't have like a touch-up on it, we don't have to paint it necessarily. That's how close the colors are. But the issue is we pretty much touched up like something on every wall. Even if it's like this big, you can see it, and then there'll be a line. So frustrating, but you live and you learn. So learn from my mistakes, guys. I'll see you guys all next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Bye, guys.